of all, I'd like to thank Evangelos for inviting me, and I'd like to extend a warm hand of welcome to students who've flown in from America. When Evangelos first rang me up and said, would you like to come down and do a presentation on social media, it just so happened, he timed it very well. I'd just finished a research project on social networking. So these ideas were percolating in my mind, and I thought, well, if there's a deadline that I have to do a presentation, it will actually catalyse me into putting my ideas together and sort of try and synthesising some of the ideas around social media. And what I hope to present in the next 30 minutes that I've got left is some of my ideas, my research, some of my experience, and some of my conceptualization of what is social media. And what I did initially when I reviewed the literature, I looked at my research, I identified 8 themes that I felt impacted on social media. This is based on my research experience, current experiences and current practices within the industry. That doesn't mean to say that these 8 themes are exclusive or exhaustive, that there could actually be a lot more. And as I started to research these 8 themes, life is never so simple as this. I identified lots of attributes associated with these 8 themes, and hopefully over the next 30 minutes I will try to explain how they all integrate and enhance the social media experience. What I'll do is I'd like to start here from the marketing online. And what we're seeing is that social media online is now becoming a lot more integrated and accepted by consumers. A survey that I did found that 64% of the respondents to the survey that I undertook were actually happy with the ads that they saw online. And that's a radical change from 10 years ago. And not only that, 13% actually admitted to clicking on the ads, which is phenomenal conversion rate if you think about it. When you consider posts, if you're lucky, there's about 1 to 2% conversion rate. And not only that, that 50% of the consumers that we surveyed felt that the ads were actually targeted to them. They felt that they were relevant. And this is something that Facebook is actually working on, bespoking the adverts, making them more relevant, and so hopefully generating more revenue. And not only that, more and more consumers would actually consider sending gifts or other activities through social networking. And I just read a report on Facebook before I came here. These two are the 2 areas that Facebook is now heavily focusing on, because they believe that these 2 will actually generate phenomenal revenue for the organization. And what we're seeing now is organizations are no longer just using one social media tool or medium. They're actually integrating all these tools to complement and reinforce the message, whether it's through viral marketing, blogs, Twitter, user-generated content, Facebook or YouTube. All of these are now coming together in a synthetic manner that's permitting a more powerful promotion of a corporate message. And what's happening is that there's a radical change that's actually happening on social media, in the sense that the dialogue is changing. Previously, it would have been the organization would have been very active in the dialogue. What's happening now with social media is that the consumers are actually starting the dialogues, starting the conversation, and the organization is having to take a much more passive role or engaging role in terms of listening and then sort of engaging with the consumer. So the actual balance of power has now shifted to the consumer. And what's happening because of this change of roles on social media, organizations are changing the way they communicate with consumers online, and it's becoming a lot more honest and open, and even if it's detrimental to some of the issues that the organization's involved with. And one example I wanted to show you is the example of Dove, who wants to engage the consumers in a more honest and open dialogue. And here's something they want to do. campaign has seen phenomenal growth online and a lot of sort of discussions on Facebook and blogs, and is actually changing the way organisations are engaging with consumers. And one of the benefits of engaging with consumers online is that you get a much greater insight into what the consumer is actually thinking. You get much greater propagation of positive messages from the consumer themselves. This is all through word of mouth marketing. And you get consumers themselves then recruiting individuals and being referrals and advocates for the organisation and creating loyalty. So the benefits of creating a social media dialogue outweigh any of the sort of concerns that organisations may have. But the real challenge is, how do you actually build an online community? And that's part of the challenges that we're actually facing right now. How do you get consumers to participate and engage? How do you attract people onto these Facebooks or these blogs or these other social media mediums? And how do you get them to come back and to keep engaging? And how do you actually convince the people in the organisation to invest sufficient resources to actually fund this venture? And these are challenges that many organisations are facing, but there are lots of best practices out there that the organisations have actually achieved this and being able to engage their consumers. The danger is, if you don't engage with your consumers online, that doesn't mean that the consumers themselves won't be engaging with other like-minded consumers and discussing your organisation. And a classic example is British Petroleum in the recent fiasco just off the coast of America, whereby they failed to engage with the rapport that was going online, and it turned out to be an absolute disaster. And more individuals were actually blogging, Facebooking about what was going on. And during the entire period, BP just took a passive role. It failed to engage, and what happened, it turned out to be an absolute disaster for the organisation. And here's an example of where users themselves created the...
I think it's the first one.
The first one.
No,
Next.
before that one.
Yes,
The first one.
First tab all the way.
Oh, there it is.
According to the charts, this is the best plan.
Click.
According to the charts, this is the best plan of action.
Yeah, okay, great. Don't worry about it. It's a small spill on a very large table.
Sir, I think we're underestimating just how much coffee was spilled.
Yeah, that's a lot of coffee.
Well, we better hurry up because it's almost reached my laptop.
Calm down, calm down. Look.
It's also going to destroy all the fish.
Oh boy. Okay. Boom, look at that.
My God, it's encroaching on my map of Louisiana.
Okay, okay. Oh no.
It's a laptop.
Map.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh no.
It's a laptop.
Wait. I've got a brilliant idea.
Oh. Jones, you gotta hurry up. I think the public is getting suspicious.
Oh, Sam. Damn. Didn't work.
Oh my God, we are really screwed now.
Garbage will fall into the coffee cups, stopping further spillage.
Now there's just coffee and garbage.
Wait, I've got an idea. Damn, I really thought that would work.
Well, maybe it doesn't work right away. Let's observe it for 3 hours and then reassess it.
Okay. We just wasted 3 hours.
That's everything I've got.
God. The gentleman from Halliburton here?
Send him in.
Gentlemen, oh my God! You guys are partly responsible for this. You provided these styrofoam cups knowing they were unstable.
Oh, no. Don't put this on us. You know what? Halliburton doesn't have to listen to this. We are out of here.
Kevin Costner on the phone. He'll know what to do for sure.
How big is the spill?
Pretty major, Mr. Costner.
Do you have a golf ball?
I have a ping pong ball.